captain started saying on the loudspeaker, like, we're gonna go to Conakry in Guinea instead of Dakar in Senegal. This is the one city that Dyhia told me to never go to. And we were flying to it. Supposed to pick up these passengers, some people got on the plane, and then we were supposed to leave immediately. Instead what happened was we sat in the plane for about an hour and a half, and then the captain told us that we weren't allowed to leave because they'd flown for too many hours straight already. Yeah. We bullied Brussels Airlines into letting us get cabs. The drive also took like an hour because we were pulled over by either police or military.
But I don't give bribes, and so at the end I used some, because these guys are Muslims, I've used some verses of the Quran, shouting at them, basically kind of half convinced them, and then I called the contact of mine in Guinea, who was an official who works for the ministry. I will not name the ministry or the man. And he said he would be there at 1 in the morning, I think, or 2 in the morning. Yeah, he said that he would be there shortly, like in 5 minutes, and before even he arrived, they let us go.
And then Dyhia saved the day, the night.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
And now we're here.
The night that we arrived to Conakry was like 3 in the morning as well, and that's when we recorded the actual
presentation for the next day.
So yeah, I went to Sarah's room and I recorded the presentation, and we sent everything to the MABA Foundation, and we thought that it would work, but it didn't. So we called them on the phone, and I did the presentation on the phone. There were 2 workshops. The first strategy that we worked on was to reduce overexploitation by reducing the foreign fishing effort and the fishing effort under joint ventures of small pelagic fish. And so in the workshop we had a couple of partners that we invited, and we were all expected, with me focusing the conversation and Sarah helping me, to have a strategic plan, which means what are the activities that we need to do to support the results that we created to support the strategy at the end of the day, and who is going to be responsible for these activities. And the activities can be like estimating surplus of fish, stock assessments, to building capacity, to monitoring, control and surveillance, to building a database of the accountability of fishing agreements, etc. One of the unfortunate things that I heard was that, well, we didn't have any fishing licenses with foreign vessels this last couple of years, and we still have declining fish stocks.
The stock still went down somehow.
Yeah, and these people forget that there is still illegal fishing, which we want to solve. And I showed maps actually showing industrial fishing vessels in these waters, even if they did not have fishing licenses. And so even with this, we still have the same comment over and over and over again. And so we had to deal with this and to identify activities that deal with this. And these activities are, for example, building capacity, especially research capacity in the sub-region. The gentleman that we had here at UBC in the last summer for the building capacity workshop went from technician to director of his department after the building capacity workshop. So it really helped, I think, and it works. It works, and it boosts my confidence because he's definitely qualified from what I saw, and he's not only qualified in terms of like research expertise, but he's qualified in terms of motivation to change things. The second workshop was about critical sites for small pelagic fish. So it was really about having activities that would focus more on the critical sites, the MPAs, not only the habitats, like the coastal zone that is reserved for artisanal fishermen. And so that's when the artisanal fishery comes in. And so again, we focused on monitoring, but we also focused on stock assessments, on working on the status of fishermen in the sub-region, which is really, really sensitive right now, a sensitive topic. And working on the political will of government.